Oh, Maya. When are the Colts going to figure it out? You don't care. You're just excited that I'm saying your name. I love you too, girl. What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's the big dog and Maya. How you doing, girl? Yeah. She couldn't be more excited. She might actually be a Minnesota Vikings fan for as excited she is. The Minnesota Vikings defeated the Indianapolis Colts 21-13 on Sunday Night Football. The Colts played so bad that they flexed the Colts and the Jets out of Sunday night. It's kind of crazy that you flex Aaron Rodgers and a New York Jets team, a New York team, out of Sunday night. That's how bad you had to have played. Everybody knew it coming in. We benched Anthony Richardson. Here we go with Joe Flacco. And if you watched the first drive of the game and then went to bed, you saw the best part of the game for the Colts. I mean, there was for best part of the offense, I should say. There was a fumble recovery. They had been flagged for roughing the passer. I thought it was roughing in today's game. Like, by the rule, it was roughing. They ended up picking up the flag. Kenny Moore took it to the house. That was the only touchdown the Colts scored. The Colts got 6 points on offense. 3 of those came from when, I don't remember who intercepted it, but Sam Darnold threw an interception. Colts returned it. Got like 2 yards on offense. Kicked a field goal. Oh yeah, girl? She really wants my attention. Can you wait till after the video's over? Is that okay? Come on, girl. Come on. And we're back. The Colts were even helped out with 2 missed field goals by the Vikings. One from 31 yards and then I think one from 40 plus. They missed 2 field goals. You couldn't overcome bad quarterback play. The defense played what I think is probably their best game. Now, Justin Jefferson did go off 137 yards on 7 catches. Josh Oliver, 5 catches, 58 yards, 1 touchdown. The Vikings, they kind of, there were a couple players that got theirs, but I felt that it was the best defensive effort by the Colts. They got to the quarterback. They created turnovers. They got a touchdown on defense. They only allowed 21 points all week long. I didn't like the decision. I felt that you should have rolled with him. I did acknowledge that I felt that Joe Flacco did give us the best chance to win. Now, I was worried about the future. If Anthony Richardson's not the guy, then Anthony Richardson's not the guy. But I don't want to be this bad at quarterback with somebody who's 39 going on 40. If we're going to be this bad at quarterback, let's just put the young guy out there to see if he can even get better at all. Like 10 games under his belt, they bench him. Hey, learn behind a vet. He's going to show you how to do it. He's going to play well. Now, I'm not going to give up on Joe Flacco because he still can sling it. The Vikings are the heaviest... I can't say that for some reason. The heaviest blitz team in the league. So they get after the quarterback. Joe Flacco, he's a statue. Okay, let's face it. I don't think he got sacked very many times until really the last drive. But they got after him. They disrupted the pass. He wasn't comfortable all game. Couldn't get it going. Could not get it going. The run game couldn't get going. The pass game couldn't get going. The very first drive of the game, right before the fumble, the Colts were on their best offensive drive of the game. They didn't have a single snap in the red zone all game long. Big credit to the Minnesota Vikings defense. They played lights out. They would have beaten us probably, I don't know, let's say 24-6, 28-6. Or something had they called that a roughing the passer, which I saw the replay, and I thought, that's a roughing the passer. And then they picked up the flag. And so they scored a touchdown. Joe Flacco was 16 of 27 for 179 yards, 1 interception, nothing great. Jonathan Taylor, 13 carries for 48 yards. Another stat that holds a lot of weight. Anthony Richardson hasn't been hitting the passes, but there's another element that Anthony Richardson brings to this offense, and that's the threat of him taking it off, him pulling it out of the gut of Jonathan Taylor and taking it himself. There's the threat, and the defense has to acknowledge that. So, when you take Anthony Richardson out of the lineup, Jonathan Taylor is averaging 3 yards a carry. When you put Anthony Richardson back into the lineup, Jonathan Taylor is now averaging more than 5 yards a carry. I understand that Anthony isn't hitting all the receivers, isn't hitting all the passes, isn't making great decisions. I understand that. I feel that he should run more. I've kind of been, when you're younger, you run, you go. Of course, you can't take the hits, he can't stay on the field, so... And then later on in your career, then you become more of a pocket passer who can run. Kind of like what Lamar Jackson's doing. Lamar Jackson ran a lot early in his career, and now he's kind of toned it back. I mean, I know he still runs, absolutely. He's still an athletic freak, but he does pass a lot more, and he's a really good passer right now. What's up, Blue? He wanted that door open. Is the door still open in the AFC South? I don't know. The Houston Texans have the Lions this week. The Colts, they have the Buffalo Bills at home. And I don't have a lot of confidence going into this game. We're now 4-5. And losing to the Minnesota Vikings, it wasn't a devastating blow to my confidence as a fan of this team. But like going 4-5 and looking down the barrel of the Buffalo Bills, the New York Jets, and then the Detroit Lions. Like, you got those 3 teams coming up, and then the Patriots. Drake May is playing some scrappy football. I like what I'm seeing out of Drake May. So it's not a guarantee that we beat the New England Patriots. So we've got these next 4 games are staring down the barrel of some tough games. Some games you can't write W's, especially the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. Nobody's beating the Detroit Lions. I legitimately think we lose these next 2 games. I hate to say that. I really do. But Buffalo Bills, they're a wagon right now. What's up, Blue? The Detroit Lions, forget about it. I mean, we're staring down the barrel of being a 4-7 football team and before Thanksgiving. And that's not a place you want to be in. This season has kind of been a letdown so far. There's been a few games where we've played some quality football, but at times in those games we've won, we've played some not so quality football as well. And I really think it comes down to coaching. Look, I really, really like Shane Steichen. I love his offensive play calls. Now, sometimes I think his situational awareness can be a lot better. I love his play calling abilities, but I think he needs to work on the head coaching aspect of some things. Look, that was a brilliant move. The timeout he stole against Miami in that game, that was a brilliant move by him. But he also does things that I kind of question. This benching is certainly one of them. And then you come out and, of course, you're asked the question, is Joe Flacco still the starting quarterback of this team? And he says he is for now. We say that kind of stuff that leaves the door open for, okay, you're going to go back on that decision. What's going on here? There's a lot of confusion going on around the Colts because you've got part of the fan base who doesn't believe that this call actually came from Shane Steichen. You've got part of the fan base that does believe it came from Shane Steichen. Who even knows? They say that it was all Shane Steichen's decision. That's fine. But one game so far, Joe Flacco did not live up to what they wanted him to be, what we all wanted him to be. I think we're in a really tough spot. Really, really tough spot. Being 4-5, like I said, staring Buffalo right in the face in Indy. Who knows? Maybe we can, I don't know. And then Detroit, ain't going to happen. Okay? Detroit might win themselves a Super Bowl. They look like a better team than Kansas City does right now. And I understand Kansas City's 8-0, but Detroit is just, they look like a better football team. But this isn't about them. This is what happens when the Colts suck. Okay, is you talk about other teams winning championships. And that sucks. But here we are. Well, here's the hoping to the Colts getting another win against the quality team coming up. But I don't know.
You know, when I was calling plays, I just loved it when our quarterback shredded the defense. I mean, just ripped them. That's what has me feeling really nicey. Like watching Jared Goff go 18 for 18, 292 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Got me feeling nicey.
I couldn't do that pregame warm-up. Ho!
I'm a big dog named Austin. Go Colts.